Please get off of his face. I'm about to start busting out laughing. I'm sorry.
Okay, so first of all, like, Della, shut up. We're having this discussion, remember? Okay, so, first of all, I can't live with this guilt. I really can't.
So you're going to tell him?
I am going to tell him.
I'm breaking up with Ricky on Monday.
Why?
Because of the fact that I feel like it's not working out between us.
Why?
And Della, no, but you don't get it. Sometimes, my brother told me, sometimes you have to make sacrifices to make yourself happy. And I know the only reason you want me to stay with Ricky is so we can be related.
No, that's not it.
Well, that's basically it to me.
No, well, that's not it to me.
What is it?
What it is to me is that Ricky's never done you wrong. She just said that he was just playing. You know how I just play with guys and I'm sitting there poking them all the time?
I swear to God.
I do it to all of my guy friends. Anderson, Mikey.
But it's not just that. It's like,
okay,
we look
okay.
okay, listen. We look all happy when we're at school and stuff. But when we're on the phone, we barely talk to each other. He's always talking to somebody else while he's trying to talk to me and all that. And I feel like I like Jay more than I like Ricky. Period.
Okay, now can I talk?
But wait, didn't you just meet Jay?
Yes,
no,
that
I
is
met
my
Jay
point.
like months ago.
Okay, but you guys just started talking. Y'all have been talking for 2 days, right?
No, we've been talking more than 2 days.
No, I'm saying talking.
Yes, we've been talking more than 2 days.
How long have you been talking to him while
you
you've been with Ricky, making out with Ricky, telling Ricky that you love him?
Oh, I told Ricky that I loved him, and I meant it. And I didn't really start talking today until, like, last week or so.
Okay, so
Because
I'm going to say my whole feelings.
Ricky was making me feel unhappy.
I'm going to say my whole feelings on this right here, and I just want you to listen, okay? You know that I made a mistake.
Yeah.
I made a mistake right here. I made a mistake ever breaking up with him. And here's how I feel like right now. How I feel is that Ricky treats you good. Way better than anybody I've ever been with has ever treated me. You come to class, you're always smiling. That smile never goes off your face ever, not even for a split second. You are happy. You told me nobody's ever made me this happy, have you not? You told me, oh my gosh, I really feel like things are awesome and I would never break up with him for anybody. And to me, Nisha, that's not the point at all. The point is that you guys really love each other, and if you're gonna let a guy that you haven't been talking to very long,
a guy that my brother approves of, a guy that really does care about me, a guy who looks at me, but a guy who looks at me in the face, a guy who could spend time with me after school, not just during school, a guy who actually really does. You know, wants to connect with me and talks to me on the phone or whatever and treats me like a real person or whatever. Because when I'm on the phone with Ricky and everything, I know there's a front. And every time I ask him if he does, and every time I ask him if he does or does not love me, he's like, oh yeah, I do love you or whatever. And he's all backed up and spaced about it. So you think it's so perfect when we're at school, but it's not. Just like when y'all look so perfect with you and Brandon at school, it's not. It's behind closed doors, whatever.
Okay, now I get to say something about that. I get to
know, but it's true.
Wait, let me say this.
Because it came from Brandon's mouth and it came from your mouth.
Wait.
That's not
I'm going to say something
Della,
real fast.
I swear to God, shut up.
Let me say this real fast. Okay, you're sitting here saying that you want to date Jay because your brother approves of him.
My
whole family disapproves of him. Yeah, I love him and I want to be with him, so I don't give a fuck about what anybody says about him. She says that
Romeo and Juliet, they had love like that.
She says that she doesn't love him. I said, I don't care. I said, I don't like your Brandon. You're still with him. I said, I loved him. I was like, I'll do anything for him. That's why I tell him straight up every time I do something.
I don't give a damn.
I told him a second ago, he hates me smoking, he hates me drinking. I said, sorry to tell you this. I was like, but I wasn't drinking. I said I wasn't drinking.
I just feel like Ricky's not ready for a relationship, period.
How?
You just don't get it. He acts childish and immature, and I need to...
That is a guy that you can't... You knew that was Ricky when y'all started talking. Ricky is a playing around person. That's just him. It's not the fact that he's immature.
We didn't start talking before he even asked me out. Did we? We rushed into it because somebody didn't let us meet months ago.
Okay, that doesn't mean y'all have to rush into it.
But we still rushed into it, though.
So that's not my fault.
But we still rushed into it, though, and I felt like it was a mistake. And then I got to know him, and yes, he's really cool and everything, but I feel like he's more of a best friend than a boyfriend. You don't get it. And besides,
the only thing that worries me is that you're basically just breaking up with him for some other dude.
I mean, I've thought about this for a while, you guys. For like 2 weeks. And I feel like I should be happy.
Yeah, you should.
And right now, it's like, it feels like BS, you know? He's making up excuses. He's making up excuses saying, oh, why he's avoiding me and all this other stuff. I haven't seen him in the past like 3 days. What busy life does he have?
He said that he had to go somewhere. And then, okay,
yes, this weekend.
Things come up, Nisha, and that's something I never understood about Brandon. Things come up. Ever since me and Brandon broke up, I've had a busy life, and now I completely understand where he's coming from. Yes, things like that happen. Just because you don't have a busy life does not mean that other people don't. People do, honestly.
I mean, I do have a busy life. Apparently, I do, since out of the blue, my dad kicks me out the house. And out of the blue, my brother decides to insult me while I'm in the back of the car talking about, oh, that's why you got kicked out your house. Okay? And I was about to burst in tears when I got in here, and now we're having a discussion about my boyfriend, which I don't even feel should be my boyfriend anymore.
Because I just don't want my best friend to get hurt. Because he's never done anything wrong to you.
I know he hasn't done anything wrong, but at the same time, still. I need to be happy, and I feel happy with Jay all of the time. Every time I see him. And you can't say every time I see Ricky, I feel so freaking happy. Because behind closed doors, it's not like that. When I ask him to listen to me, he's fooling around with his brother or fooling around with his sister. Or then all of a sudden, I got to go.
Okay, well, let me say this. Let me put this on your mind. But none of that comes up until you meet this guy. Plain and simple, period. None of that becomes a problem until you meet him. Because honestly, Nisha, why wouldn't you say anything? Because you never say. You tell me everything. You really do.
You really don't know that. Because I can't tell you everything that goes on.
You've told me stuff way bigger than that, so why wouldn't you tell me that?
I know, but still, this is between me and Ricky. I didn't want you to get in my personal relationship life. Yeah, you let me in your relationship life, but I feel like I can't let others in. I just can't, okay?
So you can
Because I don't want anybody else influencing me, talking about, oh, don't break up with him, and telling me what to do with my own life and my own relationship. That's a no-no. That's the ex-borderline between friendship and telling me what to do with my relationship.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm trying to help you.
Well, helping is not just say, don't break up with him because
I'm not saying don't break up with him. I'm saying don't make a mistake and don't sit here and hurt somebody.
Make sure it's what you really want for you.
Because I do, and I've been thinking about this for a month.
I've been thinking about this too with me and Chris, and then as soon as we split, I realized that I made a huge mistake. I tried to get him back. But as soon as I really found out that I really didn't want him back, he was talking to my friend already. I told him, I was like,
and then you found Tim, right?
Yes. That was after he gave up. That was after he gave up and I gave up. I said, okay, well, you're already my friend, so just forget about it. And then I found Tim right after.
But you don't. But you see, Nisha, what you'll never know is if I hadn't have broke up with him. See, I can tell you right now, this is high school. The people we are with, there's a 95% chance that they're not going to be with us in 4 years from now. There's a 95% chance they won't be there.
And there's a big chance I'm
there's a 5%. Yes, there is. There is a 5% chance that you would be with that person. Her sister, they met in high school. What year did they meet? Your sister, Kristen?
Kristen? Oh, Darren?
Mm-hmm.
This is how it is with Kristen and Darren. She was the same way that me and Chris was. She did Darren the same way I did Chris. Left him. He went with somebody else. They kept getting into fights and everything. She kept telling him to leave. That's it. That's all she wanted. And then she realized that she made a big mistake, and it turns out that they're married. I was like, well...
Married, have kids.
I know. I was like, well, Chris is